Superheroes were born in the minds of people desperate to be rescued. There's nothing more chaotic than a superhero team. Take a bunch of A-type personalities, I believe that's type A, give them all the power to punch holes in reality, then give them differing goals, beliefs, and ideas. With that, you've got a bit of a fiasco on your hands. ...
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to The Tilt, a Fiasco podcast. In this show, every week, a rotating cast of actors, writers, comedians, and improvisers will be playing the wonderful group storytelling game Fiasco from Bully Pulpit Games. This week, Eric Dude, Greg Riley, Jonathan Markheim, and Bob Morsch will be playing a superhero playset. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and have the players introduce their characters, and let's play Fiasco.
My name is Bob Morsch, and I will be playing the Invisible Hand. I was created with the power to turn myself invisible. However, something went wrong in the process, and now the invisibility only extends up to my elbows. And I'm working with John's character to correct it.
We'll see about that. My name is Jonathan Markheim. I'm playing Dr. Professor PhD, super eccentric genius billionaire. And I work on a team with Greg's character.
My name's Greg Riley, and I'll be playing Pinpoint. I'm a man who can teleport almost kind of close to anywhere I want to go. And I have a child.
I'm Eric Dude. I am that child. I'm April Expedition. And I can learn any skill but just the Cliff Notes version. And I've got a crush on the Invisible Hand.
We also have a couple of needs. The first one is to get revenge against your arch enemy. The second one is to get out of this debt secretly owed to a supervillain. Our location is the supercomputer at Hero Headquarters, and our object is the negative energy control device.
So I decided to resolve, and what we came up with is Pinpoint and Dr. Professor PhD are going to be catching up and talking about how the new breed of superheroes that we're going to raise needs to get their asses in gear or some such like that. And it's going to end pretty poorly for Mr. Pinpoint here. Dr. Professor PhD, it's been a long time.
Why, yes, Pinpoint, it has.
Like what you've done with the place.
Yes, I just had new carpet installed.
Very soft. I've been making my toes into little fists, and it's very comfortable.
Berber, very rugged as well. Berber, is that what you call it? Yes, I believe so. I'm Dr. Professor PhD. I call it whatever the fuck I please. I'm a genius and an eccentric millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire.
Yes, I've always known that about you.
This is also correct. Computer, tell me, is Pinpoint correct? Yes, he is.
I know you've been working really hard for a very long time, Dr. Professor PhD, but I think the time has come for us to finally move on and introduce our new line of heroes into the midst.
Well, Pinpoint, I would agree with you, except I kind of messed mine up. He's sort of a disappointment to me, and well, that whole the whole experiment with stupendium, the secret chemical that I discovered on the surface of Pluto, it's a little unstable as a compound, I discovered, and well, I need to spend some more time with the Wondertron 5000 supercomputer.
Let me guess.
Yes.
You tried to make a creature that could turn invisible but it backfired, and now it's only invisible from the knees down.
Well,
Bullseye.
sure, Pinpoint. You're mostly correct. Well, yes, we need to, I would love to put aside the old brain crown machine that I use to accelerate my intellect. However, the invisible hand, that's your name, right? Okay, yes, I forget sometimes because he's such a disappointment. The invisible hand, well, I need to perfect him first. You see, the days of Dr. Professor PhD being super rich are kind of behind me. And I need to keep up this superhero game for a while to continue to get grants from the NESH in order.
Dr. Professor.
Yes.
Dr. Professor
Yes.
PhD.
Sorry, thank you. I'm drowning here.
As you know, I have been able to come across a certain amount of money through various deals and trades that I've made on the market, and that my very good broker corrected for me from time to time. That led to very, very lucrative circumstances for me. I'm actually even at the point of almost being able to raise the headquarters again.
That's so. My. I'm oh so sick of renting out this storage locker at the U-Haul to hold my supercomputer in my lab.
If we are ever to defeat the grand supervillain Volcano Storm, you and your stipendium must have adequate space to work so that you can raise an army of not just invisible hands and feet and elbows, but of truly invisible Wonder Men. All I need from you is just one small vial of stipendium, and all of this can be ours.
Well, Pinpoint, my trusted friend, you can have all my stipendium if you want. That's how deep our trust and our history goes. Just a vial, you say?
Just a vial is all I need, more or less.
Here, let me get it from this small refrigerator that I have here in the U-Haul. Here you are. Be careful.
Is that what a vial is?
Well, it's,
Oh, I'm going to need like shitloads more than that.
I have this.
I'm going to need like 17 of those, man.
Will this large Gatorade bottle work? I filled it with stipendium.
Close enough.
Okay. Here's that plus 4 more vials.
And then I teleport away to somewhere
Anywhere.
close to where I'm intending to go.
So I have chosen to resolve as April Expedition, and April is talking to her father, Pinpoint. That is what was chosen for me, and I chose for this scene to end well. We are talking about whether or not I'm ready to go out into the world and fight evil. Daddy, I want to talk to you. Yeah, I don't ever really see you in the house, and so while you're here, let me make you a grilled cheese and a conversation.
You know I love grilled cheese.
Yes, Dad.
Who doesn't love grilled cheese? It's a miracle.
I don't know.
Thank you,
It is a
honey.
miracle. Now, I'm gonna do my best here, but I got the bread down, and I've been reading online all day, and I'll do my best.
Of course you will, honey. I know you will.
Dad, I'm ready. I'm ready for the world. I'm ready to go out there and fight crime, just like my pappy.
April,
Yeah.
I know you think you're ready. I know you are young and hormonal and want to get out into the world. You're only 17. There are terrors out there that you only know something about.
Dad, the thing is, I don't feel like this is fair. Because you let August go and have that wonderful music career. They made a movie out of it, August Rush. You know his name? And
August wanted to make music. You want to fight supervillains who can control the weather and disintegrate your bones, my dear.
well, I got most of what you were saying. Dad, I feel like I can do anything pretty well. Anything. You give me a challenge and I will do it for you. Give me an assignment. What are you working on, Dad?
We'll have to tell you a story.
Oh shit, I forgot the butter on the bread. Go ahead.
Once, when I was a younger man, we were fighting Dr. Bulbous. He was a terrifying man.
An attractive man, but yes. I see pictures of him all around. Go ahead.
I was going to scout his compound, but at the last second realized that jumping right into the middle of his fortress would be a significantly better place to go. So that's, of course, where I teleported into.
You're always
intentionally. Bullseye.
I trust you. You're always right, Dad.
I was surrounded by legions of Venus flytraps, concocted and developed into man-eating creatures, surrounded by these acid-spitting beasts, and I thought I was ready.
Well,
do you think you're ready for that?
Well, I could read up on horticulture. Is that the term? I don't know, Dad. I feel like I could read up on anything, Dad. Just give me a book and I'll learn all about it and go fight evil. Sorry, I have a cold. Just kidding.
Yes, grilled cheese sandwich is absolutely a grilled cheese sandwich.
It is, isn't it?
Exactly like you would expect from somebody who just made one and never really knew how to do it before. Maybe you are ready.
Dad, I used Munster because I figured, and it didn't work out this way, but I figured I'd say, hey, Dad, that's Munster cheese. How about you let me fight monsters? But the conversation didn't work out that way, and I'm okay with that, but you're tasting Munster.
All right, April. This is what we're going to do.
Love.
You may recall your uncle, Dr. Professor PhD.
Mm-hmm.
He and I have a little project in mind. He gave me this sample of stupendium that I'm going to use to raise the old superhero headquarters. Just this once to see if you're ready.
Crying tears of a happy. Dad, I love you.
Grab your things.
I forgot to turn off the stove. Hold on.
Bring some hot clothes and some cold clothes. Not entirely sure exactly where we left the headquarters, so
she breaks off and goes to a room to grab what she thinks is hot clothes, which is just very scantily clad in clothing. And then she throws a pile of clothes in the freezer and says she'll be ready in a bit.
The invisible hand has chosen to establish. I am going to have a similar conversation that April just had with Pinpoint with Dr. Professor PhD, trying to convince him that I am in fact ready to battle the forces of evil. Dr. Professor PhD!
The invisible hand, my greatest creation, who is in no way a disappointment to me whatsoever.
That's correct.
We are both very declamatory.
Indeed.
Well,
it may be our greatest strength.
What brings you to storage unit 223B today?
Well, Dr. Professor PhD, I feel that I am ready to rid the streets of this city of the evil that envelops them. Give me an assignment, Dr. Professor PhD. I am ready.
All right, then. Perhaps you are. Here is my task for you.
Yes.
I want you to walk 3 blocks down the street to the Circle K, fetch me 2 Slim Jims and a grape Snapple. You can use the change to buy whatever you want. Here is a 10. Are you ready to rid the world of the evils of my hungry belly?
Well, it is true that hunger is the product of evil, Dr. Professor PhD. I feel perhaps this task is a bit beneath me. I thought Maybe when you said I was to go to the Circle K, you knew of a robbery in progress.
Well, the prices of gas are nearly that, aren't they, my friend? And only creation.
You speak the truth. All right, Dr. Professor PhD. I will go to the Circle K. And what was your order again? I just need to write this down. My memory's not what it used to be before I, took the treatment.
Okay. So we need 2 Slim Jims. A grape.
2 Slim Jims.
Slim Jims. The Tabasco flavor, please.
Tobacco flavor, yes.
A grape.
A great.
Nope. Grape, like the fruit.
Grapefruit.
Great, yeah.
Grapefruit.
Anything that looks kind of like that word on the Snapple bottle.
A grapefruit Snapple, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, yes.
That has an E. Never mind. And then you can buy whatever. Wait. One other thing. I'm going to give you a 20 here.
Yes,
Get the scratchers for me. You know the ones I like.
I do.
No, you don't, do you? You poor, sweet, simple child. I need
they're the ones with the crossword puzzle, right?
I need the crossword puzzle.
Crosswords,
I need a
yes.
Hollywood squares.
Uh-huh.
I need a lucky number 7s.
Lucky number 7.
And the keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Of course, Dr. Professor PhD. It will be my honor to bring you 2 tobacco-flavored Slim Jims, a grapefruit Snapple, a crossbars scratcher ticket, and a scratchy crossword ticket, and the Kardashian women.
I am so incredibly proud of you, Invisible Hand. I will follow you to the Circle K and observe in secret from a distance.
I assure you, Dr. Professor PhD, that won't be necessary.
What if I, I suddenly realized that I need to use the restroom as well. So if you could bodyguard me on the way to the Circle K while I get the key with the tire attached to it to use the restroom at the Circle K.
But of course.
My chamber potatron has become overly full, and I must use the restroom at the Circle K.
Do you want me to empty the chamber potatron, Dr. Professor PhD?
I think we both remember what happened last time.
Yes, we do.
You forgot where your hands were.
That was very unpleasant.
It was the worst, the absolute worst. Thank God there's a drain in here, and I could just hose the thing out.
Yes, indeed. All right, then. To the Circle K! Away!
Dr. Professor PhD has chosen to establish. He will be receiving a phone call from Dr. Bulbous Claus in regards to the large sums of money that Dr. Professor PhD owes him. And it has been determined that this will end poorly.
Bring.
Sorry. 1 second, Invisible Hand. The adventure phone is ringing.
Of course.
Hello! Dr. Professor PhD speaking.
Hey, Dr. Professor PhD, how's it going?
God, I should have saved your number in my phone.
Yeah, it's Dr. Bulbous Claus.
Lords.
Hey, a quick question for you. What the fuck?
In regards to what?
Oh, in regards to everything you owe me.
Well, you remember the thing that I was talking about, the thing that'll get me lots of money?
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't quite happened yet, but I've got a really good lead, and if you could just give me a couple more weeks, we can figure something out.
1 second, Dr. Professor PhD. I'm on the phone! Yeah, no, I'm on it. I'll get off in a minute. You can have it in a minute.
Oh, Chinese food!
Hey, man. Shut up. We'll get it. Dr. Professor, I'm sorry. I had to talk to one person.
It's okay. I'm out doing stuff on myself, and I'm a little distracted from the call. Maybe we could talk at another time.
Dr. Professor PhD, this is a great time to talk for me. I hope it is for you, because it's the last time I'm going to talk to you before I do something rash.
Why, that sounds vaguely threatening.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just feel awful, but I need to pressure you. It's what I do, and I just don't. What am I doing with my life, Dr. Professor Peach?
Excuse me, just 1 second,
I'll
Dr.
get off
Bulbous
the phone
Claus.
in a minute.
Invisible Head, get your head out from underneath the Slurpee machine. Do it!
It's so delicious and fruity.
Do it! I'm so sorry. It's kids, you know.
I wish I did. My life is loveless, Dr. Professor PhD.
Well, perhaps we could be friends.
I need my money.
So 2 weeks then? 2 weeks will be fine. 'Cause I'll get you your money in 2 weeks, I assure you.
Is that a fortnight?
I think it's a 5-night.
Okay. We'll call it that and we'll say yes. Dr. Professor PhD, I have one more favor to ask of you.
Yes, Dr. Bulbous Claus?
Could you talk to your kid and let me listen? Go ahead.
This number is no longer in service.
No one talks to me. Hangs up the phone.
Okay, I think I got rid of him.
So I'm going to establish, and April and Pinpoint are attempting to teleport into the superhero headquarters, and naturally, by mistake, teleport into the supervillain Volcano Storm's headquarters instead. This looks different. Somebody's obviously been keeping up the place. Good on them. Maybe we can invite them to be part of our team. Bullseye.
I love you, Dad.
I love you back, honey pie.
Pinpoint, what the hell are you doing here?
Fuck, what the hell am I doing here? What are you doing here? This is my headquarters.
No, this is my headquarters. You got a lot of fucking balls showing up here.
You see, honey, it was all part of my plan to see if you were ready. Superheroes need to be prepared to overcome adversity, and if there was ever a source of adversity in the world, it was your nagging bitch of a mother.
It's okay. I know conflict resolution, kind of.
Well, hiya, April. How you been?
Mom, I've been so good. How are you?
Did you get the Beverly Cleary book clubs that I sent you?
I got all of them. Yeah.
Good. Make sure you read those. I know
will.
you're a growing girl.
I have the gist.
Now,
So, Pinpoint, what are you doing here?
well, I was taking my daughter out on a little bit.
Our daughter!
My daughter.
Our daughter!
The one time I really hit the bullseye, and it's in your uterus. What are the...
Well done.
If I could go back in time and change it, I would. But I can't.
No, you can't.
But if you must know, I was...
Wait, you change it? What? But that would... Do you not love me?
April, do you want to play the Wii?
I know how,
April,
kind of.
I love you. And I would go back and wrest you from your mother's crooked, snarled, witchy hands and raise you completely as my own without her volcano storm. What kind of person calls themselves that? I should have known from the start.
You know those hands were the result of radiation poisoning. You don't have to be such an asshole.
I think I'm gonna go play Wii.
Yeah, why don't you do that, April? It's in
Fortunately,
the other room.
radiation poisoning is only sometimes lethal.
All right, listen, Pinpoint. You owe me 6 years back alimony.
Yes, I know.
When are you gonna pay up?
Things have been tight. Okay? I can't just teleport into a bank vault. You know this. I can teleport outside the bank and wait in line. I can teleport into the fucking parking lot. But I cannot teleport into the vault and take the money I owe you. I cannot teleport into the Fed Reserve. I can't do it. I've tried. I've wound up at Federal Express.
Did you try aiming for the lobby and see if you could hit the vault?
That's not what you said, but it's
Mommy and
very
Daddy
close.
are talking.
Listen. The only thing, you know how it is. The economy's been rough. Things for
I know,
superheroes
I did that.
have exactly not been the best. So when you tank the economy and then you expect me to pay, that seems like a bit of a conflict of interest on your part. But I'm going to let that go. The only thing that I really can offer you
Yeah?
pains me to bring myself to this low point, but
I always loved you when you were in pain.
That's what I said.
Shut up, April!
I can't turn it on.
you've
Don't
got
forget to
you've got
use
to
the
hit the
strap.
home button. You've got to hit the home button. Hold it down for 2 seconds or so.
I'll figure it out.
You remember, as I'm sure you do,
Yeah?
our mutual friend, Dr. Professor PhD. I'm sure. As it so happens, he imparted on me a wonderful new creation of his first in many, many years, ever since the incident
Yeah?
that he calls stupendium.
Oh, I heard of that.
I happen to have a vial.
You do?
Yes.
How much you think that's worth?
I would say, roughly, in the approximate area of about 6 years of back alimony payments, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
And possibly the next year or so as she becomes of age.
How big a vial?
Vial is about the size of a Gatorade bottle.
Woo! That's big.
Bullseye.
Let me see it.
First, April, come here.
I got it on, and I was excited, but they only had the World Series of Poker game, and that doesn't use the Wiimote, so I'm here. What do you need?
I know that you have studied a lot of law. Can you write up a contract between your mother and I?
Yeah, there's, sure.
All right, you
Watch it.
close your ears, young miss.
I will.
Okay, you raging bitch.
That's what I always say. I didn't close them well enough.
Go play a sit and go at least.
All right, I can't turn
She'll
it
draw
on.
up the contract, legally binding, and we'll make this official. And then you can finally be rid of me and I of you, now and forever.
I'm not signing that till I see the vial or the Gatorade bottle or whatever.
Pull it out of my pocket.
Woo!
It's really more like a fifth of whiskey.
It's got a weird color.
Looks like mercury, but it kind of doesn't. It
Yeah.
shimmers.
It's like pink mercury. It's kind of pretty.
There, you've seen it. Put it back in my pocket. I put my hand out. I go to spit in it. I miss. And I offer my hand.
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
You got it, mister. Now let me get that vial and I'll sign this contract.
I got the contract all written up. Would you like me to read it for you, just so you know what you're getting into?
Please.
It reads, I state your name, and then it says, I promise to do whatever this guy says, and I know this is legally binding, and then it has 2 lines. That's what I got out of it when I read
truly are your father's daughter.
I
Bullseye.
nailed it.
All right. Hold on. I gotta get somebody else to sign it, cause you know my lava fingers, they're gonna burn it up.
Fucking disgusting lava finger.
I love you, Mom.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Hold on. I'm on the phone. Let me hang up.
Oh, Miss Clark, I'm gonna order Chinese,
Yeah.
and I need you to come here and sign this contract.
Yeah, okay. How's it going? Oh my God, there's a child here. My life is so happy. Okay, so I've chosen to establish April Expedition and the Invisible Hand are going to meet each other in the Circle K, although they are not meeting for the first time. It's been a long time since they've met. Puberty has happened, and now we'll see what happens next. They have chosen that this will end well for me. Oh my goodness.
April Expedition.
Invisible Hand. Well, I say, wow.
Yes. Wow is correct.
I'm just here picking up a Gatorade bottle for my dad. He needs to replace one. And so I'm here to grab a cool ice and pour it out and then bring it to him.
Here, let me grab that for you. And he puts his hand out and he concentrates really hard and it turns invisible. But it stops at the elbow. He's sweating and straining.
Here, you want to help with that?
No, I almost had it that time. Here you go. Here's your Gatorade bottle.
Thank you very much. You're so talented.
Well, I'm working on it.
Well, maybe you could teach me a thing or two and I could work on it, kind of.
I'm certain that I could.
Well, hell, I don't know what to say.
Walk with me
I'd be
to the beef jerky aisle.
I'd be on read.
So, April, have you begun fighting crime yet?
Well, I did find myself in the evil headquarters earlier.
In the headquarters, you say?
That's where my mom works.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hey, Invisible Hand,
Yes!
I got a funny prank you could do.
What's that, April Expedition?
You see that man on the other aisle?
I do!
You could totally slap him upside the head. He'd never know.
Let's try it!
What the fuck? Who did that?
Ah!
Who did that?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Get out of here,
Citizen?
cripple. I don't want to talk to you. Who hit me in the head?
That was a pretty good one, April.
I liked it, and I like you.
hit me in the head over there. Do you know who hit me in the head?
I don't care. I'm hourly. Wow. Hey, Invisible Hand, this might be out of the blue, but would you want to maybe come over to my dad's house with me and just have some dinner and catch up a little bit?
Only out of the blue of your crystal eyes, April.
Oh my God. You see my face getting red? It's getting red.
It is.
I'm getting all hot and bothered.
It clashes so nicely with your sweater.
I almost learned how to knit it.
You did almost a good job. The left arm is, well, it would be a good sweater for me. I'll just say that.
Here, why don't you take it?
April, no.
Oh, okay.
April, put your sweater back on.
Oh, okay.
My goodness.
Okay. I will. Okay.
I would be honored to join you for dinner. What will you be making?
Oh, wow, you're so direct. I guess, you know what? I'm going to make a choice right now. I'm going to say we're going to be making lobsters.
Lobsters!
Oh, I like lobsters because
Delicious.
they're red like my face now.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, April. I will see you around 8 o'clock. Yes?
Yeah. That's great.
Wonderful. I now have to pick up some chicken teriyaki nuggets. Away! So the invisible hand is going to resolve, and we are going to go to dinner. I'm a little nervous about being alone with April and Pinpoint, so I have invited Dr. Professor PhD.
Creepy.
to
I
come
brought my
along-
dad along. I hope that's not an imposition.
to come along to dinner. And so we're going to have dinner, and this is going to go not too well for me. Ding dong!
The witch is dead. I'll get it. I'm just kidding. Opens the door. Oh my goodness. Dad.
April Expedition!
And well, the invisible hand and Dr. Professor PhD.
Yes.
Oh, great to see
I hope
you.
it's all right.
Come on in. Welcome.
I brought Dr. Professor PhD.
Hiya, guys.
Good to see you again, Dr. Professor
Always a
PhD.
pleasure, my friend.
More the merry.
That's almost right. So, when do we eat?
Well, just go ahead and take a seat, and my dad and I will finish up in the kitchen real quick.
It should be somewhere between 15 minutes and the next 2 hours.
Fantastic. I'm only mostly hungry.
Oh, invisible hand. My daughter tells me that you have invisible hands.
Yes, would you like to see a demonstration?
If I can see the demonstration, is it really a demonstration? Bullseye.
said.
Shut up, April!
Okay, I can't turn the stove on.
I'm gonna go help April with the stove right quick.
Good idea, Dr. Professor PhD.
You can call me Dad too. That's fine. All right.
And now, Pinpoint. Your demonstration.
You can call me Mr. Pinpoint. Thank you.
Mr. Pinpoint.
Thank you.
Your demonstration. I will now cover your eyes with my right hand. Can you see anything?
No.
All right, here we go. How about now?
Good God. I've never seen a hand from the inside before. You're like
Fascinating.
half invisible. Dear God, make this stop. Please remove your hand. This is agonizing. It's terrible.
And there you go. Fantastic, right? I think I'm ready to battle Volcano Storm.
I think I'm going to throw up.
Guys, I just checked the phone machine. I'm sorry to interrupt. I checked the voicemails, and we got a voicemail from the evil headquarters.
A message.
Yeah, and I listened to it, and what I gathered from it was something along the lines of like, we better give them more or something. I don't know. That's what I got from it.
What could they mean? Dad?
Well, what do you think, Pinpoint? What could they possibly mean?
I couldn't imagine. I mean, I did, with April, stop in there earlier intentionally and on purpose to help her explore her powers, and
I learned how to turn on a Wii.
she almost learned how to turn on a Wii, and it turns out that the supervillain headquarters is now under the control of Volcano Storm.
Guys, why don't we talk about this?
Of course!
Yes.
She said I should say hello. Dr. Professor PhD. Can't imagine why she'd say that, but here I am.
Indeed, Dr. Professor Dad. Why? Why would she say hello to you, her mortal enemy?
In Invisible Hand, there was a time in our lives, a much long time ago.
Enough.
You can call me Arnold.
Did you just give yourself a name, Invisible Hand? A new name? I'm not familiar with this Arnold.
Go on with your story.
There was a time, I don't know if you're familiar with tequila, Invisible Hand, but in Dr. Professor PH Dad's earlier days, he had a tequila or two in his day, and, well, son, when a man and woman love each other...
Love.
It's a special...
Love.
Special handshake.
Love each other. Is that what we're going to call it now?
The word
Is
the
that
word
what we're
sex.
going to call it?
When I'm trying to explain the beauty
fucked.
of sex to my
They
son
fucked.
right
they
now.
had sex with each
He
other
has not
while I was
heard
married to her,
about the
and
birds
I tried
and
to
the
let it go.
bees.
And he knows I'm the only one who's allowed to bring it up. And here he is bringing it up. You swore. I don't care if it's your son. I don't care if it's your Lord God.
Let's
Way
not,
off limits.
Let's not bring
Way
God,
off limits.
Let's not bring
You
God
know
into
I'm
this.
agnostic, Pinpoint.
Way
Guys.
off limits. How dare you? In my own home.
Guys.
In my own home.
Why don't we talk about this over some food? Because after all, hunger is the product of evil.
Yes, that is correct, April. Hunger is indeed the product of evil. Let us fight it together. Bring out the lobster.
Together.
This is crab. This is.
It's close. Anyway, guys, here is a bounty that we made for you. That's kind of a tradition that we say in this house when we have guests.
You know I'm allergic to shellfish.
I wasn't aware crab was a fish.
I don't know if it's shellfish or not, I'll be honest. It's got a shell. It's fish served in a fish restaurant.
That sounds right. I'm all mixed up.
I can eat it.
All right. Well, invisible hand.
Invisible hand, are you all right?
Did you really build a creature with a shellfish allergy? How much of a fuck up are you?
My throat
Right,
is
I'm-
closing.
Of course you did. Of course
I'm
you
going to use the adventure phone to dial 911 right now.
did. I've got an
don't
EpiPen.
Do you have an...
I've got an EpiPen.
Well, thank
so
God.
I grab the EpiPen, and I just can't seem to quite. You're squirming a little too much, and I'm just missing the mark every single time.
I gotta grab the EpiPen, and I stick it in the... wherever you put it.
Bullseye.
They're trying to jab it into his upper thigh, but it keeps turning invisible, and they keep missing it.
He's unlocking his powers. He's unlocking his powers. This is amazing.
I know what he can do. Why doesn't he just turn the crab invisible and then it won't bother him?
Do you hear that, son? Can you turn the crab invisible?
Oh man.
We better just give him the EpiPen.
I'm trying. Don't you think I'm trying? What do you think I'm trying to do?
His leg's invisible. That's really impressive. I mean, he hasn't
I
done
can get
that
him
yet.
somewhere else. I can get him in the buttocks.
I
I
might
can
actually
get him
be
in the
proud
arm.
of him at some point right now.
Can you just help me stab him with the fucking EpiPen?
Just give me the EpiPen. I don't think they make a pressure release sound. I just did
No,
that
it's just-
for effect.
It actually makes no sound whatsoever. They're really neat.
Ah, much better. And now for some more crab.
Wait, that was, no.
What?
No more crab.
Well then, perhaps these rolls will banish the evil of hunger.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. You fucked me, and now the time has come for me to fuck you. As you know, things have been a little rough lately, Dr. Professor PhD. When I ran into Storm Volcano, she asked me about the 6 years of back alimony I had due.
You really should have paid that. I mean, you signed a legal contract for that.
Oh, I did. With one vial of stupendium.
I kind of learned flute. That's what that was.
I've just decided to resolve. We are going to flash back to the past, to the fateful night of the infidelity between the volcano storm and Dr. Professor PhD. Woo! And this will end poorly.
Ow.
This will end poorly. Janet, I've done it. I got the stupendium back from the thing. And so I'm celebrating. You'll never believe I got the stupendium.
What do you
I
mean?
got stupendium from Pluto.
From Pluto?
Stupendium, it's the best alchemical element that has ever been.
What does it do?
We can make everyone superheroes now.
Woo!
Yeah, we could do.
How much did you get?
I got exactly 4 Gatorade bottles full.
Woo! That's a lot.
So much stupendium from my tiny satellite that went into space.
I knew that satellite was gonna work.
Do you want to do body shots?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, get the tummy. Here comes the tummy train. Choo choo.
Woo!
All right, it's your turn. I'm gonna pull it in my balls.
Okay.
You're so good at taking these shots, Janet.
It's so salty.
You only need the lime now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the lime.
Janet, I have a proposition for you.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so I got my Wondertron 5000. This is my genius machines that I made.
You're so smart, Master Professor.
This well, I know, and you just give me another year on this thesis, and I will pretty sure be doctor.
Yeah.
It was a nice setup. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna with the machine you just step in the box. You see the box over
The
it?
box?
You step in the box and
Okay.
you could do things that you couldn't do before. I just needed some of the stipendium.
What could I do?
I'm a genius. That's what you need to know
I
right
know
now.
that already.
What you can do is take off damn clothes right now.
Yeah, it was getting kind of hot.
And after you do that, you can get in the machine, and we can try out the stipendium because I think this is the success of my life.
Yeah,
here.
let's do it. Come on.
All right, let's just do
Give
it.
it to me.
Let's do it in the machine.
Give it to me.
I'm gonna put the stipendium in,
Uh-huh.
in the stipendium hole. And then we're going to get in the machine and we're going to do some things to each other. And they're going to be fine. They're going to be totally... I mean, it's just you and me
Give
and
me the
emotions in this
lime.
minute. All right.
Give me the lime.
Okay, so then we both step in the machine. Yeah, and then we start...
Yeah.
Then... Okay, so...
Oh, it's warm.
Well, it's just... I need...
So warm in
You
here.
just stretch the legs a little bit more.
Oh,
and then she can just... Then there it... Oh, there it
Give me
is.
the lime.
Got it in
Give
there.
me the lime. Ah, I feel like I can control the weather.
Oh, sure. Well, that was good for me. How was it for you?
I don't remember.
Oh my God, what is going on with your hands and your hair?
Ow! It's hot.
Oh
No!
my God, your hands are lava.
Ow!
Janet, what's going on?
Ah!
Just a second, I gotta go to my computer Wondertron over here. I'm just gonna take a look. Beep boop, beep boop, boop boop, beep boop boop. Oh God, Janet, I put too much in the machine.
Yeah, you put too much in me too.
I think well, there's two things I need to tell you.
So hot.
Yeah, you're gonna have flaming arms and hands and hairs for a while, Janet. And you got a baby in you. It's a big baby. Also, we should not give you any more of the stipendium.
Is the baby gonna have flaming hands?
What's a flaming hand?
You know, like mine, like the lava.
Oh, no, I think it'll be all right. I just wanted to tell you to no more with the stipendium, though. We should stop for both of us.
I got one question for you, Master Professor.
What's up, darling?
How am I gonna masturbate without singeing my bush?
Darling, you just go ahead. Just touch yourself.
Ow!
Oh, you're supposed to be immune to that. I don't know computer readings. Oh, my
Let me
bad.
try it
I see
again.
what I did there. It takes a little bit more. Nope. Okay, yeah. I don't think you can touch yourself anymore. I think the computer says you can, but I don't think you can
Well,
based
then
on
we
the...
gotta get married. Me and Pinpoint, we gotta get married.
About that. We're gonna, if you just go, you should go to bed. I'm gonna go, I'm Priceline.com over. It's fine though. Don't worry about it. I gotta, don't worry.
Does they sell ointments?
Yeah, this is gonna get some ointments for your hootie hoos over there. Why am I talking like you? I can't stop it. It's the drums.
It's infectious.
Okay, this is. I'm gonna tell you to go to bed. Me and my friend Jose here are gonna do some researches on the computers.
Maybe later a little lime juice will bring down that burn.
I'm super freaked out right now. I don't know how I want to regard that comment.
All right.
But remember, no more stipendium for you or for me.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, okay. So,
I gotta think of something to tell my boyfriend He's not gonna understand.
It's okay. You just don't tell him. It's gonna be fine.
Gotta tell him something. I got lava hands over here.
It's fine. I'm just gonna try the machine out on him
Am
tomorrow.
I gonna joik him off?
Let's all go to the lobby.
Well, boys and girls, that's the end of Act 1. We hope you're enjoying our little story, and if you are, don't forget to come back Friday to hear Act 2, including the tilt and the aftermath. You can follow this show on Twitter @Tilt Podcast or on our Facebook page. You can also send us an email to tiltpod@gmail.com. The Tilt, a Fiasco podcast, is a Dr. Bob Media production. See you Friday.
To get ourselves a treat.